Okay, so good noon, everyone. For this session, as I have said, I will be recording our last topic, which is all about the summary of the chapter 10, which is harvesting and post-harvesting. And hopefully we could have farming system as your, ano na lang siguro na siya, your assignment, no? Bring home study. And the rest kasi, merong recorded na presentation except for this last chapters. So that's why I switched to Zoom to record this last session. No? And hi Ma'am Eziel, ano pa man si Ma'am Eziel? Nakahabol. Okay, so with no much ado, I believe you can see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So after all those, after all of those production, by the way, I skip after special management practices, I skip the special production management system, which is all just about ornamental production, fruits and vegetables, and so on. And this will be part of your, meron namang recorded video for those, and those will also be taken up again during your prep science 2. Okay, so these are the terminologies that you need to understand when we talk about post-harvest handling and processing. So when we say post-production, of course, this is a general term for the handling of all the crop produced after harvest na, no? And this will apply for all types of food, seeds, fiber, botanical pesticides, and others, no? And of course, that starts from the time of the harvest until it will reach the primary consumer or to the persons that's going to buy the product. So therefore, it could be primary or secondary. So when you say harvesting naman, it's different from the economic yield kasi when we say economic yield, this could be referring to whole plant biomass or the whole plant, the portion of the whole plant biomass, and when crops have reached its optimum level of productivity or physiological maturity onwards. So, when we say harvesting, depende yon sa preferred characteristic of the consumer. So, for instance, we don't harvest petchay and other brassicas, no, kasi those are biennials and we eat them as a leafy vegetable. So we yes, James. Gimute ta ka ha. So we usually harvest them before it flowers, no? Kasi pait na siya, masyado mapait na. And so when we say primary processing, how does it differentiate from secondary? Of course, from the word primary, yung unang process na after harvest na maging suitable siya for manufacturers, processors, consumers. And this still can be changed into other forms. So that's where secondary processing comes. No? And at this stage, alam mo pa din that is the kind of original plant that you are handling. So this could also be classified as perishable, durables, or mga plantation crops, no? Examples of mga perishables are fruits, vegetables, forest, greens, young coconuts, and herbs na madali lang siyang masira within a day, 24 hours, or 7 days, no? And they can be slightly perishable, like the root and bulb crops, or fresh medicinal crops, nursery stocks, cuttings, bud sticks, and so on. Pag durable, of course, this will last more than a month, no? Like the grains, legumes, and peanuts for a long period of time. And raw material handling, like the fruits and vegetables, are intended for food processing. Also, like florist scraps for making dried art form, of course. You have seen yung mga dried the flowers, no? No, na gina-frame. I should have an example, like yung mga
Yes.
butterfly na naka-frame. Yes, James. You have something?
Adrian.
Adrian, sorry. So, when we say minimal processing, those processing na minimal, the product itself, the original product did not really change much, so you can still distinguish them. You just peel them, slice, cut, pack, like the packaged fruits and vegetables in the supermarket, diba? Kita nyo na yung mga slice na ready to eat na, ng mga even salads and fruit salads, diba? And they are ready to cook or eat fresh or uncooked and fresh cuts or convenience food. So pag sinabi na natin secondary processing, this involves the conversion now of the harvested crops, from the primary processing into stable products na like yung mga nakakans, and this can no longer be changed into other forms kasi permanent na siya, stable. So it means full processing na siya, and this also involves food processing, industrial, medicinal, or dried plants. So why do we need to study post-harvest handling in the first place? No, we've been talking a lot of this primary, secondary processing and what does post-harvest handling means. Now, unang-una for food security. Kasi sometimes during the cropping season, we are not really sure of the market demand that awaits us, no? So, who knows, no? Pag harvest natin, tagpiso na lang imuhang kamatis or tagpiso na lang imuhang kalabasa. So, times like that really happen. So, or otherwise, scarcity of food happens. No, like for food security, we don't have this much, so ang mamahal na ng bibilihin. Diba? So we really need to know how to handle them in those times of cases. And also because of increasing urbanization and industrialization. So in the city, we cannot really find a lot of gardens already, backyard gardens. Therefore, lahat na lang ay parang from the farm, no? From the farm, which should be malayo, medyo malayo sa city. Therefore, we really need post-harvest treatments and processing para hindi siya madaling masira, diba? And there's huge opportunities and staff competition as of exporting fresh produce, like the GATT, no? The General Agreement on Trades and Tariffs. And of course, when we speak of quality, diba? When we speak of freshness, how fresh or taste, no? Like nagkapag-harvest na sila, Adrian, ng kanilang cucumber. Masarap ba? Sinong nakabili? Okay, sila.
Ma'am, gitagaan.
Ay, hindi ako nakaabot. Pero yung grupo nila...
Wala ko niya gibaligaan, ma'am.
Wala. Sige lang, magtanong pa man. Magtanong.
Dili sa musugot nga kung paliton. Kawato na doon ako siguro.
Lagi.
Wala ko niya gibaligaan. Ako sa gignan mo, palit ko sa dili daw.
Kulang pa man pe, ang priority nato is ano lang, mga teacher lang, and sa SIST mga staff.
Uy,
Next
next season, no? Pero yung ano din, ang sarap ng hydroponic lettuce nila Nel at nila Sir JC na group, nila Kimi. Andito ba sila? Oh, ang sarap, no? So, katong eat all you can doon sa farm. Ay, eat all you can, ano ba yan? Budong.
Wala lagi ko ni uban nato.
Dili kasi kamo ka grupo, 'di ba, Ma'am Isil? So ang group lang nila plus yung group ng third year. Kasi dinala ko ang mga third
Hindi
year
ko
doon.
naman dito ako. Ako raman dito sa laboratory di no.
Oo.
So wala kay ka-group.
Asyendera ka
Kasi
kasi.
Kuman ako, wala na ako.
So yun, no? And changing taste and lifestyle. So if you can see, we are now more on from the traditional na parang province type of living. We are now in the city life of living, no? Like Samal is even an island, but it's still though mas different siya sa Davao City, pero mataas ang price or ano ba yan, ang lifestyle ay mahal sa Samal actually. And growing concern about food safety, no? Yung lahat man nakakans is can ensure us a better health in the future, no? Baka naman yun ang mga reasons why we have high bloods, we have diabetes or kaya cancers, no? And health consciousness, especially fluctuating supply ng mga prices ng ating mga crops over time. So we really need a good technology na pwede nating ma-preserve na fresh, longer siya, but not risky sa ating health and environment. So, like for example, no, we don't know where those apples that can last even a month. Nakatry na mo anak ka ng mga apple. I just don't want to mention countries that are responsible for this. So they are telling Hershey's na they came from, they were putting sige na, tanawan na wala, ko. Kanang ginagamit gani sa pang-preserve sa patay. Unsa na siya?
Formalin, ma'am.
Yeah, formalin. Oh my God. 'Di ba? Imagine putting formalin in your apple. So it really can last forever ba? Forever. 'Di ba? Di siya kaayong madaot. So hopefully it's not true, no? So we have naman, in the Philippines, we have standards before all the products came in our country, but not all the time kasi natin mga over the table, 'di ba? Natin mga unsa tawag na? Ganing mapasulod nato sa country without proper na Ano 'yon?
Ideya. Customs?
Oo, sa customs. So anong tawag doon sa kanila? Mga smuggle, 'di ba? Sindikato daw. Smuggled na mga products, no? So, speaking of losses in fruits and vegetables, so these are the percentage from each country. So, highest ang Philippines, 'di ba? Okay, from the Southeast Asia alone, no? Ang tataas, so imagine may harvest kang ganito na minus 40%, so almost 50% of your harvest is lost, 'di ba? And these are the causes of the loss. No, galing sa harvesting, from diseases at cats, and then sa ko ha, screenshot. And what else? 23. So these are all the reason why we have losses along the way during transport. Pag naglo-load tayo, nagsa-stop unloading. Syempre, mabunog siya, no? Makompress through vibration and abrasion. And in the packing house operation, pag nadadump tayo, nagwawash, nagsasort, fungicidal treatment, air dry packing, these are lost due to mechanical damage. And during storage, stocking, and resorting, losses could be due to pag like the moisture is high, so might be nagsasprout na siya, by disease development, nalo-loss yung weight, at nagsishriveled na. And during transport, like stocking, load, and then unloading, maglo-loss din through compression, vibration, and abrasion. And again, during marketing, repack na naman, loading, unloading, So we have losses due to excessive na trim na naman. And then of course, we cannot do without we cannot escape from diseases, weight loss, and shriveling. Hanggang papunta na siya for export market or domestic shipment and processing plant. So why do we have these losses, no? Una, because of respiration. So respiration is different from transpiration. Respiration is the process wherein the photosynthesis from the photosynthesis are being used by the plants, by the body, if in case of animals, to make use of energy, no? Para maging energy ang used for growth and development. So that's of course you know the respiration procedures in our physiology. And because of ethylene production, and you know what's ethylene, right? The C2H2. It's the gas that being produced during respiration in most climacteric plants and even non-climacteric plants. And yun yung nagpapahinod ng ating mga prutas at saka mga products and compositional changes, no? Anong nangyayari pag nahihinog? Nagko-color change, ano pa? Nagiging matamis from maasim, nagde-develop yung flavor, naging soft siya, diba? Because of the changes, the transpiration or water loss, condition ng crops, growth and development. And there are also environmental factors like temperature, relative humidity, atmospheric composition, including ethylene light and sanitation. So, kung gaano siya ka-cleanest din. So, these are the two knowledge that you really need to remember, no, in post-harvest handling. Yung dalawang type ng tanim or prutas or produced, they are climacteric or non-climacteric. So anong ang ibig sabihin or kaibahan ng dalawa? They are climacteric kapag, in short, pwede pa silang mahinog after pagpitas, no? Kasi yung respiration rate nila will still continue after harvest, and they are increasing in terms of ethylene release. So for example, yung apple, yung avocado, banana, mango, and so on, kahit i-harvest sila ng green, mahihinog pa rin sila. Pero yung mga non-climacteric fruits, kailangan ma-harvest natin sila na hinog, like yung durian, di ba? So tistigid daw, o harvest ang durian na hilaw pa siya. Mahinog ba siya? Does it taste like heaven? Diba? They said durian smells and smells bad but tastes like heaven. Tama ba to, Dexter? Have you heard of that? So, yeah. So, tubag lang mo ha kung gusto mo tubag. And so, but then because of the case na nag-decline yung respiration niya. But then again, they still being used in some like pineapple. Like for in pineapple, no, yung ethylene ay ginagamit for natural, for uniform flowering. And for citrus naman, para uniform yung color niya. So they are non-climacteric kasi kailangan pitasin natin sila na hinog. Otherwise, hindi sila masarap, no? So these are the this just means that for climacteric fruits, yung ethylene is increasing after harvest, and as well as the respiration for non-climacteric, yung respiration ay pababa and the ethylene doesn't change from harvest. So dapat ma-harvest natin yung crops na matured sila. And what does it mean in terms of quality? And better ripening, storage, marketing, and consumption. So meron tayong mga indices, no, na dapat nating alamin. So what are these? These are signs or indication na ay pwede na natin silang ma-harvest, no? In terms of maturity, of course, or yung flavor and shelf life. So there are different types of index, no? Pwede mong bilangin from flowering to harvesting. And we call them age or phenological. Like from a number of days from planting to maturity or days from flower induction, like for mango. And yung anthesis or flower opening for durian, and days from shooting for banana, no? So, like for example, from banana, pag nakita mo na yung ano, yung kanyang, sige tawag na, yung kanyang shoot, katang iyahang bulak, so pila ka months from that, na ma-harvest na to ang saging. Cavendish banana. How many months? Ang saging. Anyone? So it would take 4 months, diba? To 5 months depending on the variety. Galing sa shooting. Okay? Tama ba? Myrene? Okay, so moving on, pwede nating tingnan, no? In terms of change in peel color, of course, nag-yellow na siya or red pop color. Pag nagda-dry na yung leaves ng banana, di ba? Or flatten na yung eyes ng pineapple or meron ng abscission zone yung melons and durians, and greater prominence ng netting for melons. So others, there's a lot, no? Meron na tawag na bloom in mango and grapes. Like for example, sino na ka siya tanawon, di ba? Lalo na ka siya pitason. And increasing size for eggplant and cucumber, of course. And fullness ng pods, so malalaman mo yan. No? And bud opening for roses, and there's a lot more. Like the development ng waxy layer, formation ng gel-like. So these are all the visual. And for tomato, meron tayong mga stages of ripening, green stage, bricker stage, hanggang red stage. So, depende yan sa customer mo. Kung ang customer mo ay malayo, so you have to harvest them during the breaker stage. No? O pwede rin green stage kasi pwede pa naman siyang mahinog, no? But ang customer mo ay nandyan lang sa kapitbahay, so pwedeng yung light red, wag naman yung red stage. So, depende po sa size, no? Ito. Immature panic, this is optimal maturity na, but this one is over. And for banana, no, gumagamit tayo ng calibrator. So full dapat siya dapat. And ito yung abscission layer. You can see, ayan. So pwede na yan ma-harvest. And gel formation, pag medyo may gel na siya, so that's the best. For asparagus naman, this is the optimal maturity. Over-mature na siya and very. So, physical. Pag gumamit ka ng tubig na may asin, pag nagsisink yung mangga, so ibig sabihin, mature or immature. So, kunin mo yung mga nagfo-float kasi immature pa sila, no? Therefore, yung mga mangga na nag-sink or bumaba sa tubig, those are the matured one. Or, diba, you tap the melon or the durian kapag it has a hollow sound. So, hinog na yon, diba? Or, madali lang yung mapitas yung beans, okras and peas, firm na yung eggplant, and yung sweet corn, diba, ginakusin nato, then merong milky part. So, pwede na yon. And, of course, pag maamoy na yung durian at jackfruit, no? And you can see also solidity ng lettuce, 'di ba? This is what do you call this? For firmness and tenderness measurement, meron tayong tenderometer. And for composition, alamin natin yung total soluble solids pag matamis na siya, no? Titrable acidity and oil content, astringency, respiration rate, and ethylene production. Ito yung starch content. Ito yung refractometer where we can see gaano siya katamis, no? Like for example, based on my experience, yung citrus ay nasa 6-degree Brix, no? Ang pineapple 14 ata. Or mga non-destructive na yung tayong tinatawag na electronic nose and acoustic firmness sensor. Or visible spectral imaging or fluorescence imaging. So, NMR and MRI, no? Kagaya ng medical science natin. My God. Ikapin ako. And this is spectrometry, which is more, ano, kanang high-tech. I'm so sorry, I can't do that this one anymore. So, do you have questions or clarification? Basahin na lang ninyo ha for the specific graphs. I'm so sorry.
Ilang ma'am.
Do they have questions?
Mag-bioflow ka na ma'am.
Nag-antibiotic na ganit ko. Actually, I have videos, but I don't know if nabadre.
Share lang po. Ma'am, share lang po ma'am about po sa pag-harvest sa mga products. Like for example po ma'am, ang tomato. So magtanong po sila kung pila ka hectares na tomato ma'am. And then number one problem po ma'am is ang pag-market. So ang style po sa mga business, agribusiness nga owner kay nag-build po sila ma'am na for example is ang tomato sauce. So ang ilang gi-harvest na mga agricultural products po kay sila na mismo nag-process to make a new product. Like for example, tomato sauce. So, ang tomato sauce po, ma'am, madugay siya madaot po, ma'am. Kato lang, ma'am.
Ito, pre. Nice man na siya, pre.
Yes, pa.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's correct. Like you're the one producing, ikaw na din like for example, you're a food processor, and ikaw na mismo mag-produce, no? Kasi ikaw yung nangangailangan ng mga or mag na lang pod ka. Grower. No, like ibang company na nagso-source out sila sa ibang farm for their produce. Pag kulang yung pag high yung demand and kulang yung kanilang production, or the otherwise yung sinabi ni Adrian. So, some more questions, clarification. Thank you, Adrian, for that pala. In your the rest of those slides pala ay just about how to really harvest and each of the crop. And also in the later part, you will learn how to use ethylene for ripening, tinting or colors. So, and also in your crop science too, you will learn a lot on post-harvest handling naman.
Ma'am.
Yeah?
Mag-harvest dag durian, ma'am. Salon daw.
Yeah, pwede po. Na-hiring ana.
Howd na sila masalog durian, ma'am.
So, kinsa daw mo sa durian? Naamoy durian dara sa Samal.
Naay nagtatanam og durian diri, ma'am, pero ang observe na ko, ma'am, dili kay siya mudaghan og bunga.
And why is that?
Siguro sa kainit sa Samal.
Oh, really? Pero ang man lagi ang mangga? Kasi pare-pareho lang naman ang durian at saka mangga. Heat stress lang siya to initiate flowering and fruiting. So why do you think na mait, ha? Ma'am, naami ma'am, pero wala pa na munga. Oy, pila ka punuan, Dexter?
Dito na ta mag-harvest sunod.
So, dahil sa init ang sabi mo, Adrian, 'di ba? Tulo lang.
Sa observe
Okay.
lang nako, ma'am.
Unsang
Kay halos mga prutas, ma'am. Ma'am, sa observe nako, ma'am, ang
Oo.
2015,
Oo.
elementary o high school ko, ma'am, ang bunga diri sa mga mangga is lansones o mga laing prutas, ma'am, ba kay daghan kaayo. Pero
Aha.
karon, ma'am, natingala ni ma'am, nag 3 years na ron, ma'am, dili na kayo sila mamunga, ma'am.
What was that?
Panagsa na lang.
Dili na. Panagsa na lang. So that's nutritional maybe? Or,
Ano siya, sa season siguro.
ha?
Bagay
Climate,
sa season.
oo, climate change kasi din tayo, 'di ba?
Kuan daw ma'am, basta daw dili baris ang tumoy sa tuig kay kaning naghagbunga ang mga prutas.
Unsa to? Unsa to, Ma'am Isel?
Basta dili daw paris ang tumoy sa tuig 2023 o 2021. 2023. 2025 ba na magdaghang balik ang prutas?
Ano day siya? So then, unsa man ang tinuuhan, ma'am? 5 minutes na lang ta, ha? So do you believe in that? Tinuod siya na, ma'am, minus
Ako
lang.
ma'am, kay buros ako nakita tinuod man sa season lagi, season.
Ay. Kasi supposedly this coming August, 'di ba? Dapat harvest season na, 'di ba? Pero ang amo ganing punuan kay wala pud na munga. Like rambutan, durian. Pero mo nato isa ka durian lang. How about sa inyo? So we still have 5 minutes for sharing, and after this automatic ito mag-end, ha? Tinuod siya na ma-minus na. Lagi. And if automatic na ni mag-end, then that would be all for this session, and we'll be seeing each other na during our rice planting, to be scheduled na lang later pag may ulan na. Kasi maski sa bukid na mo po jud tay, wala pa jud mi nag-start pod. And finals na next week, and good luck. Asa na to? Sir JC?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Message ako sa'yo, hindi mo ako pinansin. Busy ka masyado? Ikaw na ang
Hello, ma'am. Ang sama-sama ko. Wait lang, ma'am. Double check ko baka
ganito
natabunan.
talaga. Si Sir JP na lang pinapansin mo.
Wait lang, ma'am.
Wait lang, ha. Busy ka na, no?
Ay, nakita ko na, ma'am. Patapos naman na po this.
Congressman ka na din.
Hindi, ma'am. Until end of June na lang po kasi yung victory party na within the circle. So tapos na yung iba. So okay na po.
Okay. Ay, okay lang 'yon, Sir JC, but kung alam mo lang naman kasi, but replyan mo na lang kung alam mo, please.
Yes, ma'am. Nabasa ko na po. Mag-asa ko doon sa organization.
Kung alam mo lang. So, how about the rest? Wala na siyang Isiel. Akala ko si Neil, si Nel yun. So, wala si Nel na rin, no? So, okay lang magbisaya ko. Hawad naman na si Sir JC magbisaya. So, I guess wala na tayong questions and clarification. Masyadong hectic manggod. Online man tayo. 23, 22, FG.
Wala ang signal, ma'am.
Unsa, Adrian?
Wala ang signal, ma'am. Maputol na po.
So, I'll be in Samal kasi tomorrow. Actually, tonight hanggang tomorrow. So, if nasa campus mo, kita-kits na lang tano. Pero di ko kaila sa inyo, good?
Ma'am, nako niya, ma'am.
Ha?
Nako niya sa school.
Mamayang hapon? Tomorrow pa ko. Na i-defense ang third year.
Ugma pa din, ma'am. Ang binagugun niya.
Ma'am, pwede makiosyoso sa defense nila?
I think close panel defense. So parang walang Pero mangutanas ako ha. Pero nagkatawa ko nila kay nakatuksido na daw sila.
Ayos yan, ma'am.
As in. Pero ewan ko lang. At tanong ko lang Sir JC ha kung pwede ba open for public kasi usually mas maganda kasi ding open for public para makita nyo na 'di ba ang future ninyo. Charot lang.
Yes, ma'am. Big help po.
Thank you. So yun lang naman for this session. So update na lang ako sa GC natin about mga GHI sa ating rice planting and finals. But for sure magkita-kita ta next week for your finals. Wala pa namang schedule, 'di ba?
Wala pa, ma'am.
So, right now, pag hindi pa siya maputol, ay may naka-record pala to. Pag hindi pa siya maputol, natin mga plastic na modified packaging na mga material, in fairness, kung nakakita na mo, sa supermarket, sa Shopee, sa mga advertisements, makapa-longer siya ng fresh life, just like refrigerator. So, yeah, yung mga modified packaging, MAP, no? Modified atmosphere packaging. So, yun yung parang advent or parang latest in terms of